Hello everyone, it's Craig and Lisa. We're in Panama City, Panama. Hey, wait, make sure you have subscribed to our channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you. Today we're going to show you what we've been up to lately, and this is several tours and several activities that we've been doing all week. So I told you before that we would be doing a Panama Canal tour, and so I wanted to show you part of that. We went to Playa Bonita, stayed at the Westin Hotel there. I want to show you part of that as well, so come along. Let me put my disclaimer out there that I am not the expert on the Panama Canal. However, we did learn some very valuable information that I'd like to share with you. One cool thing about this tour is that our guide scheduled a time that we could be here when the ship is actually here so that we could get the full preview of what the lock system is and how it works. We really appreciated that. So we also learned that the Panama Canal is made up of 6 locks, 3 that are lifting the ship and 3 that are lowering it. Note if you can see that the ship is being lowered, that the water level is changing. The engineering genius here is that when the water is lowered enough and the ship is lowered, it can continue sailing through to the Pacific Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean, depending on what direction it's going. I also thought it was interesting that the idea for a passageway between the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean was first thought of in the 1500s when the Spanish explorer Balboa first found this land. Of course, at that time, they weren't able to actually know how to do it. So in the 1800s, the late 1800s, France set out to build this connector. They were unsuccessful due to malaria outbreak and just the harsh conditions of actually trying to build it at that time. However, in the early 1900s, the USA took over and we were able to successfully complete it. So a part of Jimmy Carter's legacy is that in 1977, he sold the Panama Canal to Panama for $1. It wasn't until 1999, though, that the Panama Canal was totally controlled by Panama. And just being here, I can tell that Panama is very grateful. On our tour, our guide told us that Jimmy Carter was not reelected because of that sale. However, I did tell him that there were probably other reasons as well that he was not reelected. As you can see, the water is lowered enough and the ship is on its way. It's moving pretty swiftly. So the gate has opened because the water pressure was low and it's on its way. The Panama Canal is a big part of Panama's success. And so that's part of how I can tell that they are very grateful. They talked about the treaty they have that they made with America to be neutral and what that means to them now, and just really how business picked up after the Panama Canal was in place and Panama was totally in control of it. So lots of great history there. So stay with me. I also want to show you this rooftop bar that we went to, which was recommended to us by an Uber driver. It did not disappoint. The views were just breathtaking, just so beautiful. And also while we were there were fireworks in the area. So boy, we just kind of felt like, man, this is so special just for us, right? Yeah, just for us. And also there was an engagement proposal while we were there. So just a fun evening. And plus, Craig and I hadn't really been out at night in this area. So it was really cool just to see the place at night and to see what the nightlife might be like in this area and to see the lighting. And yeah, like I said, it did not disappoint. Okay, stick with me. I have one more area to show you and show you one more thing we did. So we went to Playa Bonita. Playa means beach. So we went to a beach that's very close to Panama City. It's only 20 minutes outside the city. So we took an Uber here and it was also very fun. Beautiful hotel, the Westin. So That is a Marriott hotel, a high-end Marriott hotel. So yeah, it was very nice. Had lots of restaurants in it. We had a great time here, enjoying the pool. So when we arrived, there was another group here as well, and that was arriving at the same time. And so we were all greeted with this dance group, which was very welcoming. They had drinks for us. Actually, I'm not quite sure that this was all for us. We think it was probably set up for the group that we joined, but we got to enjoy this as well, and we also got to enjoy one of the fruit drinks as part of it too. So I guess lucky us, we arrived at the right time. And it's just a beautiful hotel, as I said, very elegant, kind of unexpected to find so close to Panama City. It was just under the Bridge of Americas. Once we passed the Bridge of Americas, we got off at an exit right there and just followed a road along to find this jewel. And what's really cool about this is that you can have a day pass, like an all-inclusive day pass, which includes use of all the facilities, as well as drinks, and all your food is included as well. We did stay overnight, though. We had an overnight stay here, so we got to enjoy all these things. One item that was concerning, though, that we were able to witness here is that since we've been here, we've been hearing a lot of talk about a drought in Panama. And so, you're kind of like, oh, a drought. We hear about droughts in the States, pretty regularly, but don't quite get the full gist of what that means. And it's particularly serious here because if there's a drought and the Panama Canal is not operating fully, then that really threatens the economy of Panama as well. So it is a pretty serious topic here. And like I said, we've been hearing about it here and there during our stay in Panama. But here we are really able to see it. Just waking up in the morning to a low tide and just looking out and seeing this, it looked so desolate. Like we just couldn't believe it. We're like, where's the water? And right then there really is a drought that's happening in Panama. And so it was so much so that we were able to just really walk, and it felt like we were walking on the ocean floor because when we arrived during high tide, then we couldn't see anything like this. So we explored it a little bit, and we walked out. Really, really rocky, as you can imagine. But the Donnellys always up for an adventure. At least I usually have caution with my adventures. Craig went out a little further than I did. If we had had swim shoes, then we would have been fine. But it was really, really rocky out there. So we made our way back. And then as the day progressed, you could see the tide coming in. And you can kind of see what we're talking about and the difference and why it was such a stark difference to us as well. And pretty alarming. So yeah, I definitely got the idea, and I understand the concern that the people have about the drought of that area currently. But overall, we really enjoyed Playa Bonita and our stay at the Westin. It was such fun hanging out with the Odells and having more adventures. Tenga un buen día. Have a nice day.